All right, so welcome to the I Can't Believe It's Not the Artcasters. Uh, I am Frank Salazar. Oh, I can't believe it's not the Artcast. I keep messing it up. Uh, I'm Frank. This is my channel, so if you're here, if you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Give this video a like. So we did have a guest. He might come on later. I think something came up, but if not, we're still just gonna do what we usually do. And I'm just gonna tell you what I've been working on. Right now, I'm working on a 10-page comic for the second issue of the 9-vote anthology, and I'm working on a panel right now for a Grey Canuck. This is just a crude sketch right now, but that's what I'll be working on. And my co-host, my two co-hosts here, we got the amazing Anna Raub. Anna, what are you working on?
Well, right now, instead of drawing as the usual, I'm playing with packing peanuts in honor of our would-be guest.
Yeah, we had a guest lined up. Hopefully, he still makes it. So if you're seeing this, David and Steve, just hop on the link and join as soon as you can. And Keith, what are you got going on?
Right now I'm just messing around my sketchbook. I've got a 8-page comic I have in mind. It's like a horror comic, kind of 1950s, called The Ballad of Psycho Billy, that I've had in mind for a couple years. So I'll actually have a plot when I start this time. Because my other comic that I just finished up, the Davy Rocket Almanac, it's over on Webtoons, and I'm in the process of looking at printing options and trying to get it in physical form that doesn't break the bank.
Okay. And the link to the Webtoons is in the description below. That's where you can find also Anna's channel and her Instagram, and also Keith's channel and my stuff too. And I might as well announce it. Anna and I have been talking about a video for in the future. So we have a goal right now that if Anna and Keith get to 100 subs, Anna and I will eat bugs on a stream. And we already got we got some plans, so make it happen.
I'm glad that I don't have to eat any bugs.
Yeah, Keith doesn't.
I have no skin in the game.
Yeah. Well, you can eat some gummy worms if you want.
There you go. That's more my speed.
Yeah. I didn't think you would want to.
They actually have like gummy worm flavored, like actual earthworms. I had them.
Oh, really? So they have the opposite, real earthworms with gummy flavor.
They're weird.
Okay. Oh wow. Have you ever had? It's a dessert called dirt, and it's like an Oreo pudding. Like it's Oreos ground up into like this pudding and stuff, and it has the gummy worms.
Oh yeah, we've done that a few times at our grandparents' house.
Yeah, I've done that a few times too. I think I had it at someone's house. Like they had a pot, like a flower pot, and they put it out.
Yeah.
And I think I made some cups once also at home.
I've eaten something called puppy chow, and I think it's like rice checks and like powdered sugar and something else, maybe peanut butter, but it looks like dog food. So.
Okay. All right. So we do have a topic. So Anna, do you want to talk about the topic since it's your idea?
Sure. All right. So I was thinking we could talk about sculpture or 3D models in relation to comics and creating comics in general, because a lot of artists use a 3D model, either physical or through a program on their computer, as a reference while they're drawing. And so I know Frank has a few.
Yeah, I have a few actual models here.
I used to have one. I sold to that. I gave it away to somebody. I get advertisements for all the time. The algorithm.
You should get one. You should get one just for decoration.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I have. And actually, I used this one for the last comic in the 9-vote, Captain Courage. I think it's the second page. I think.
Yeah, I've got a couple of those.
Anyways, I have it somewhere, but it's where the one where he's standing on the roof. So I used this. That's why it looks kind of stiff. So I just positioned it like that. Okay.
Cool.
And I was at the Dollar Tree. I think it was earlier this month, and I told Anna about this. And they had the little skeletons, so I bought these, and this one I kind of I melted it into place so I can move the joints, so I can like move it into position. So I can use this as a reference also.
Very cool.
And I got it in my fist. There we go. And fist won't come out. Put up your ducks.
Yeah, they probably got a lot of skeleton stuff out now with Halloween coming up.
Oh yeah. I also got a skeleton of a bat, which I figured I could always use to make like a wing drawing or something, or some kind of monster. Especially Halloween coming up, I could probably do a little Halloween comic. Is that Daniel? Anna?
That was my younger brother.
Oh, Billy. Well, yeah. Let's introduce him.
He was. It took him like 2 seconds to walk out.
Oh, okay.
But you got introduced to his hand. He'll probably end up hopping on one of these streams and be like, hijack it.
Yeah. Well, he's welcome. We pretty much do whatever we want on this stream. Anna has her thinking mask. I have my thinking goggles.
Those were some nice goggles.
Yeah, it's Walter's goggles, which I bought for a Ghostbusters costume.
Oh,
but
nice.
Actually, I used them the other day because it was so hot. I was like, I'm gonna wear these because I don't usually wear sunglasses because I need to see. So
and they flip
like,
up.
all right. Yeah.
Sweet.
Dude. So I like these. All right.
Hang on, let me grab something real quick.
I just move my pad over here.
I kind of want to make this cracking peanut sculpture into another mask.
Nope, cool.
Maybe like a dragon or a phoenix or something. Oh, I have an idea. I'll see if I can do it fast enough. So that I can have something to show by the end of the stream.
Nice. I was thinking about making like a phoenix or dragon character, or maybe a combination of both.
Mm-hmm.
So, I gotta put this comment on.
6 lenses.
You have 6 lenses on you, and it's amazing. Thanks, the Envision Official. And hey, Stinch, you made it to one of the streams.
Welcome.
Nice. Good morning, Stinch.
Stench. What's that smell?
No, not stench.
Oh.
And okay, Dell, aka Shy Guy, is Frank part of a Splinter Cell now? I can't talk about it, Dell. Just need to know. All right, so we're just talking about using models for references and what we use. So And Keith, do you use anything for references? Do you have any models, virtual or
Yeah,
physical?
and I went and grabbed the pages that I used the stuff for.
Johan, good morning, Johan.
Good morning.
Okay, so on this page, I actually used two models. For these guys flying in, these aliens, I used an old Star Wars action figure. I forget what this guy is called. The snow creature that attacked Luke Skywalker. And so
is that a Wampa?
Yeah, the Wampa. I can't remember what they're called. But yeah, you can see like that guy right there. I used, to get the angle of him flying in.
Yeah.
Like so.
Nice.
Because these creatures here, they're kind of supposed to be like half bear, half insect. So I use that a lot to kind of get the body style right for them. And also on this camper here, that's a spaceship.
Yeah.
I actually bought this to use because it's going to be in the comic a lot, and I'm terrible at drawing vehicles. So this helped a lot, like being able to get the actual perspective and stuff right on.
That's the excuse I need to buy more toys.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, most of this stuff is.
And Adam Lore says, sorry, Keith, let me interrupt you.
Go ahead.
Adam Lore says something about you here. Keith, you have a knack for great sounding titles.
Thanks. And then this page, I used this for his gun.
Nice.
And I used this a lot when I was a kid. It doesn't work anymore, I don't think. I haven't tried putting batteries on it, but it had different settings that would have different sounds. But you could set it on stun.
Yeah. I have a crossbow, which I don't want to show on screen because the last time I showed it on the live stream, they got demonetized. So,
really?
Which we're not. I'm not monetized, so it's not a problem.
Yeah.
But for later on.
Well,
but I use that also as a reference in an old drawing.
Well, hopefully this thing doesn't demonetize. It's got the things on, so
yeah,
maybe it'll say like fake gun.
Yeah, I think you can tell it's a toy gun. I don't know. I mean, I can take out the crossbow. It's not a problem. Okay. You don't let me get it. People can say I'm a terrorist. Yeah.
T-square.
Let me grab my crossbow.
Frank has a few more comments worthy of being highlighted.
All right, so hit myself in the face. All right, so here's my crossbow.
Nice.
I got a sight on this.
Does it actually shoot?
Yeah, I put this string on it so I can reload it. Like I put my foot through here, and I pull this back, and I pop in the arrow. I'm not gonna load it here because I might break the TV screen. Shoot the neighbor. But yeah, this. And I also grabbed. You were talking about using toys. I have this Ben Reilly figure that I also used for one of the Captain Courage scenes. So cool. I think it's the one that we were talking about where he's talking to the girl. So it was that pose. That's why he's kind of like this.
Yeah.
So.
There's some app that I use on my phone, and I can't look for it right now because I'm filming through my phone. But It actually has like different like it has like a figure, like sort of like that wooden figure you showed, but you can move the things around and move the camera around to show different angles and stuff. I've used that a couple times. I think it's called Art Pose, but they have like a male model and a female model, so you can get like really weird extreme angles to look at for reference. But I think it's free, but you can, I think, pay for like upgrades for different poses and whatnot.
Yeah,
but
I think there's also another one that uses a little bit more realistic models. I can't think of the name right now, but I think I tried once, but and they had like a trial for like 7 days, but like I don't tend to use those trials right away, so
yeah.
But it looked interesting. Ian Dell says night vision goggles, silent weapons for stealth kills. And Gibran says this, and I can't say that, Gib, but I'll let people read it.
What's up, Gib?
Hey, Gib. And Stinch says this is now a weapons guerrilla stream. That's right. This is the type of show I run, Stinch.
That's how I ended up here.
Yeah.
Paramilitary comics.
And Lame Vision Official says, I think models are great, especially programs that let you change the virtual camera lens to get weird fisheye lens perspective. So that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
If you know any programs by name, guys, just drop them in the.
I used one that I believe was called Make Human. The perspective was a little wonky on it, though. It was cool, though.
And Gibbs is feeling like a champion.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going through the comments here. Sorry, I missed a few of these guys, but. And Gib says Keith is back. That's right.
That's right.
Gib was upset that you weren't here last time. He thought I got rid of you. Because Marsh was on, so it looked like I replaced you, but I would never.
I saw that.
And Stinch wants, how's the Indiegogo? I don't know who you're asking, Stitch, because I don't think either of us have Indiegogos right now.
I think he's talking about Gibran.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Which Gib has the Indiegogo going on right now. So I don't think I have a link for it. I mean, I can get a link for it and put it in the description. So I'll do that. And Lane says,
lighting. How do you feel about sort of
okay,
composition and including
that's where
type of light on like
that's where I'm trying to also figure out lighting, like what lighting to use, what kind of lighting. So I know in the Captain Courage comic, I played around with lighting and some, like, I had lighting in weird areas, but there's some that it looked good, so I was just kind of like figuring it out. But that's just how I tend to do things. I don't recommend people do things the way I do them. It's just kind of, I jump in and figure out as I go. That's how I do it. So, which I don't know. I mean, I got a comic published, so
yeah.
And let's see. Lame Vision Official says, I use one called Poser 11, when I was an intern, and it's a pretty great program for posing 3D characters and objects. So that's pretty cool. And Gibb says, it's all about Glenzik Farms, home of the Deaf Dieter chickens. Come on, somebody. Check out Gibb's channel. Gib just put out a video with Glenzik on it, so it's pretty funny.
Not to be confused with Glenn Danzig.
Yeah. Yeah. I think that's the joke.
Now we have a pile of little angular pieces.
Nice. Oh, cool. And I also have these models. These are off. Oh, these are off-brand. Oh, the legs fell off. Yeah, these are very cheap. I got these on Wish.com. Can also get them on Amazon. But when they don't fall apart, they work. Because I used this one also for Captain Courage a few times. So sometimes Captain Courage has a different physique.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's one thing I still struggle with is trying to keep my characters like consistently on model throughout. Like making sure their faces and body type sort of always stay the same.
Oh yeah, I take measurements on my model sheets and make like little grids and stuff sometimes to make sure it's good enough.
She's dabbing.
She is.
There we go. And Nate. Okay, what are you guys talking about? I would sell poop if I had chicken farm. That stuff is all good with price. Oh yeah, fertilizer. Yeah, okay. That's why it's Glanzik and not Glen Danzig.
Isn't the chicken manure especially high in nitrogen? It's good stuff though for plants.
Gib would know. Gib, is chicken manure high in nitrogen? Or what Anna said?
Nitrogen.
Nitrogen.
What? Nitroglycerin?
Nitrogen. Okay, we're talking about poop now.
Oh, what happened?
Yeah, our show is unpredictable. We are definitely carrying on the tradition of Jeff Lafferty's ArtCast.
Yeah, I saw he posted his art shed. It's coming
along.
I
saw that.
Looks like it's almost done. She shed. Or not she shed. Art shed.
It gives us, nitrogen. Yeah, it looks good. It's coming along nicely. And Gib says, "Rest in peace, the ArtCast." Well, we're keeping it alive, Gib. We're keeping it alive.
In some form or another.
Yeah, it's gonna go on. And now the chat's talking about making bombs, so I'm gonna get a few emails from from YouTube. All right. And I think, let's see, last time we talked about references, so this kind of goes into it, using these as references.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. And Alex Ross used to use, or I guess he still does, but he'll use live models.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he poses almost all his stuff and photographs it and lights it and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I use myself as a reference more than I probably should. Gotta get more character variety. But I don't know.
Yeah, me too. For the the story I just finished for the second issue for the 9 vote. It's a quick little gag story, but I use myself as a reference.
Mm-hmm.
And you can really tell it's me. And I wasn't trying to make it me, but okay, well, it is what it is.
Yeah. It really helps when you understand the planes and everything that make up the face, so that then you can modify it from yourself. That's from the base structure.
That's right.
But that takes work.
Yes, it does. That's where deconstructing a structure comes in. Mm-hmm. That's what we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, I think
taking the basic elements, deconstructing it, and reconstructing it to make whatever you want.
Yeah. Like for faces, the Asaro head and the Riley head are both pretty good for that.
Yeah. And I'm learning about the Riley head because Anna has a Riley head song, which last time she sung a part of it.
What is it? I've not heard of those. What are they models?
Anna.
I can go grab the picture of it, I believe.
Okay.
Oh. Let's see. I guess put one screen up to another screen and see if I can show you. I could make an attempt at singing an off-tune, incomplete version of the song if people want me to.
Let's see.
But basically, the Riley head is like a study of the planes of the face. If I can... Oh, wait, I can bend the laptop. Although I can't make it.
Oh, wow.
Oh, wait.
Oh, that's cool.
I'm showing you upside down Riley heads. The Asaro head is a 3D model, though. It's more for how the light falls across the face. Riley head is about the planes of the face and where the features lie, and the Asaro head are about the shadows and lighting of the face.
Oh, I think I have seen those before. I just didn't know what they were called.
Yeah, that's a big part of studying faces in college. So
Sketchy Harsh says hi. Hi, Sketchy, and that's he used to be Mark Studios. Oh, so hey, Mark, and he says hi to Anna.
Hey.
And catching them eyeballs, Nate says. I don't know. I must have missed what they're talking about. Stinch. It's a gorilla stream. Yep. Just don't get me demonetized, guys. Calm down.
How many subscribers are you up to now, Frank?
I think I'm up to, I think last count I saw 187. Yeah.
Was it
and just to repeat to everyone who's coming in, we have a goal right now. We're trying to get Anna and Keith to 100 subs, and you can get me to Nate says 188 subs, so you can get me to 200 subs, which should be easy. Anna and I will eat some bugs on stream.
Yeah.
So start subscribing, tell your friends, and let's get this these channels growing.
If we do it, I might actually expose a bug recipe to make it actually taste good.
Yeah.
Turn it into
we have ideas. We have things going on in the background, guys. So start subscribing.
A bug cooking channel.
Yeah. And that day, it'll be the Bugcast. And Sketchy Heart says, Frank, how do you do these ArtCast? Like this. What I'm doing now. Stinch, calm down. What We're not gonna talk about that.
I've found one of the paper masks
Oh,
that I
cool.
was working on. I was thinking maybe I'll put the packing peanuts over and create by
Nice.
doing that.
That'd be cool. I thought I saw a comment. Maybe that's. Oh, I think they already. And Nate says, "What kind of bug recipe?" Well, to find out, Nate, we need to get Anna and Keith to 100 subs and me to 200 subs. So start subscribing. And Gib says, "I must scare people from my channel. The number does not move." Subscribe to Gib, guys. He's a good fella. Sometimes. Nah, he's correct. I like Gib. Oh, Stinch says, "I will donate to Super Chats for bug eating milestones, I swear." Okay. Well,
I'm working on
you gotta get us to where we can actually have Super Chats.
Yeah. It's one of my goals is to make a bug recipe book and have it as like a comic but bug recipe thing.
That would be awesome.
It's tied in
I'd buy that.
one of my big stories. The
Nice.
normal thing.
Yeah.
But they gotta taste good.
Jimmy says, "Hello, hey Jimmy." Jimmy draws art.
Hey.
Jimmy is he's been subscribed to this channel for a while. Oh. And Lane Vision asks, "Do you have any? Oh, hold on. Do you have any favorite type of sketchbooks that you always tend to buy?" I buy what's cheap.
About what's on sale.
But Five Below has some pretty good sketchbooks for $5, which I have one here. Let me just grab it. So I have this one from Five Below, and I bought the sticker from. Yeah, I got Berserkernaut sticker on there. On the back, I have a Scott Serkland sticker. So,
Those are those hardbound ones, huh?
yeah. Yeah, you can get some really good sketchbooks at Five Below.
I go for what's cheap, but I use this kind.
Okay.
And on the inside, college.
Nice. Yeah, you get some really good art in there. Yeah, and I also I get from the Dollar Tree. I get a few sketchbooks. I get the small the smaller sketchbooks, and I should buy a bunch of them and just give those away. But they work. I sketched some of Captain Courage on there, some of the pages. So
yeah, this
so
one here I bought. I think I bought this one at the dollar store, maybe the drugstore. It's real cheap, but
okay,
it's
that's
all
about
right.
the size of the sketchbook
Yeah.
I use.
Only thing I don't like is the paper's real thin, and like you can see here, it bleeds through if you use like any kind of marker or ink. But I prefer Strathmore because the paper's heavier and it doesn't bleed through like that.
So if
Yeah,
I'm going to recommend a paper type, it's like the mixed media stuff.
Okay.
But the thing is, this is if you're like me with sketchbooks, if you spend a little extra money to get nice paper in a sketchbook, you tend to be reluctant to actually put anything in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the thing. And that's part of the reason why I tend to get dollar store sketchbooks, so I'm not so precious with them.
Yeah.
And so I'm trying to move on to regular sketchbooks, a little bit nicer sketchbooks, because I'm the same way. If it's like a really nice paper, I want my art to really pop, or to like really, I want to make a masterpiece the first time around, and that is.
I'll get there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen like those sketchbook tours that people do on YouTube, and like every page is like so perfect and done.
Yeah.
And I'm like, how does that? I'm like, my sketchbooks are a mess. Like just pages and pages of me just like scribbling, marking stuff out, and
Oh yeah,
moving on.
yeah. Those are real sketchbooks. Though the ones people do, what I'm guessing they do their practice sketches on something else.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's pretty common to do the sketch
So
outline and everything either digitally or on a cheap piece of paper, and then you can use graphite paper. There's like a graphite relief paper thing, and you can trace over top of it in order to get the outlines and everything on your nice sketchbook paper. They do that a lot for paint.
Okay, yeah. See, we're exposing the secrets here. And EJB says, I was like that for a long time. I didn't want to ruin my sketchbooks by drawing in them.
Yeah, I mean, sketchbooks are to me are just like, that's just sort of like, I don't know. That's where you do all your experimenting and try out new things and see what works. And occasionally I'll do something and it'll be like, wow, that's really good, and then I'll like tear it out and lightbox it or something like that. But for the most part, I'm not doing finished pieces in my sketchbook at all.
Yeah. Yeah, like usually I'll do a rough outline or like an idea of what I want, and then I'll just take a picture of it and I'll finish it up on my phone or on the computer or the tablet. And Gibbs says he doesn't use sketchbooks.
Yeah, most of the time I'm using printer paper or digital.
Yeah, same here. I have printer paper here.
And then I use printer paper to print my stuff out on sometimes, like references for model sheets and stuff that I created digitally.
Nice.
Stick it back into the wall.
And Nate says, sketch to me is loose and gestury, not finished and polished drawings. It's for ideas and studies. That's right. And Stinch says, I just ram them with bad art, which is what you're supposed to do. Like you make the sketchbook yours. So let's see.
There's gonna be random pieces of packing peanut all over my room, I'm sure.
So are either of you guys thinking about doing Inktober? I know there's like a sort of a controversy going on around that right now.
Yeah,
I haven't really
there was a controversy last time also, wasn't it?
Yeah, there's always controversy.
There's always controversies.
I've done it in the past. I'm not doing it this year. I haven't really followed like what's going on, but
yeah, I did last year, and it was good. I got that's when I was drawing Captain Courage a lot, so it actually helped with drawing him more consistently.
Yeah.
I got so much stuff going on right now, just making comics that I'm not gonna worry about Inktober this year. And the comics that I'm making right now, they're not to the point where I'm gonna be inking them or right now, so it would just be like an added pressure that I would need right now.
Yep.
And I heard some of the controversy. I haven't really followed it. Like Anna says, there's always controversy. So.
Yeah. I'll probably be too busy inking my own comics to do
Yeah. I might just do something in pen and just call it a day for Inktober. But I use ink all the time anyway. I ink stuff. Actually, I just did a sketch in digital ink, which Anna I showed it to Anna. I don't know if she wants me to talk about it here, so. Like I don't know if you want me to say what the sketch is.
You can if you want.
Okay. Well, then I have it here on my tablet. Oh. I did. I'll just show it here. This is a digital ink, and it's Anna, more or less. I mean, I'm practicing doing drawing a little bit more realistic, so that was my
Very cool.
Mm-hmm.
attempt.
No,
Oh,
we're
we're
gonna
getting
give
this.
myself time.
All my markers are running out of juice.
Oh, Jimmy's doing Inktober. He says, I'll be doing Inktober. I have a theme that I'm going to try and follow. So that's good. It's good when you're doing Inktober. Plan it out beforehand, so you don't make yourself crazy. I tried 1 year just to do it like off the cuff, and it wasn't successful. I think I already got like a week of drawings done.
Yeah, 1 year I did Inktober, and then I just kept going afterwards. And I just, instead of doing, like, I just made up my own prompts, but I just call it 30 days of action. So I was just looking up random verbs. So just to kind of get my drawings more dynamic and stuff. So it'd be things like kick or run or sneeze or just different stuff.
Sketchy. We've talked about this. We're not gonna dox people. He keeps asking where people live, and like, we're not gonna tell you that information. All right. So did no one want to hear Anna sing the Riley Head song? Because no one has mentioned it in the comments. I
Give
really,
it a great advertisement by saying off tune and out of key.
yeah.
I'll have to pull up the lyrics on my
Sketchy,
computer.
no, I don't know Hindi. Is Hindi a friend of yours, Sketchy? I don't know who she is. And that was a joke. You know Hindi.
I'm about ready for another sketchbook. This one, usually when I start a sketchbook, I always try to put like the date of when I started it on the first page.
Okay.
Because there's fear of the blank page, so I just put the date. And then when I'm done, I'll put the date that I ended on the back, just to see like how long it took me to fill it up. I started this one in
That's a good idea.
Yeah, because I've got a bad habit of not like dating my drawings and stuff, and I'm trying to get more in the habit of always putting the date, so I kind of will be able to kind of look back and see like how far I've improved over the years and stuff.
Cool. And it's frowned upon to date your sketches, so I don't think it's socially acceptable.
What?
Because Keith said he's in the habit of dating
Oh,
his sketches.
Gotcha.
Oh.
Yeah, it went over my head too. I was like, "What?"
Oh man.
I do that sometimes.
Well, we can see other people.
It's an open relationship.
Yeah.
All right, Stinch. We'll see you next time. He's gotta go. He's gotta hit some hay. Why are you so violent, Stinch? And Adam studied Hindi a little bit. And gives us now back to nonsense. Yes, that's right. Let's get the show back on the road. Let me grab my sketchbook. So I can show you my bad drawings.
I'll show you some in here, but this one has some figure drawing, so probably not good to show it on your stream because it's nude figure drawings.
All right. And this is the sketch that I did with the bottle.
Cool.
As we're sketching out the cover.
I've seen
the splash page. Oh, cool. And this is just a jalapeno with a sombrero I drew on the stream once.
Nice.
And I think I showed this before, but in honor of Gib, the Doom chicken.
Doom chicken.
And this is actually done in acrylic paint, a little bit of ink wash, and alcohol markers. So I was really just playing around with mixed media.
Yeah.
Turned out good.
Some whiteout also. And what I do so it doesn't bleed, like to the next one, I put a piece of paper between my sketches whenever I'm going to do ink or alcohol markers or something that will bleed. So
That's a good idea.
yeah, because this is a cheap notebook. This is a dollar sketchbook from the Dollar Tree. So.
Do you guys typically use just like one side of your sketchbook, or do you use both sides? Like I usually just use one side because I'm afraid.
I use one size.
Yeah, I usually.
Yeah, because I'm afraid like if I use a pencil, it's gonna rub together and smear.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, especially if I'm using alcohol marker, it's still gonna bleed on the back. So I only usually just use one side. Oh, I got a comic in here. I need to finish. Oh. So it's in honor of Jeff Lafferty, the Berserkernaut, crushing skulls. Come on.
Nice.
See, like right now, I can tell already this started out bad, so boom, gone. Next page. Not even erasing.
I have a habit of just roughly starting a drawing and then setting it aside for like a couple weeks, and it's just like a few sketches on the page to outline the pose of the character, and then I'll pick it up later and finish it. Sometimes I think it turns out better that way.
Yeah, I did that with a Captain Courage sketch I was doing. I think it was like right after Inktober. I kind of got burned out a little bit, so I didn't really want to feel like drawing every day. But I was just slowly drawing a Captain Courage sketch, which I have in here. Until I got back into the groove and just started drawing again. Let me go to this. Oh, here it is. Let me see. I start doing this one. I think this took me roughly 2 months, but just doing like a little bit of drawing over the months until I just got out of that funk, and I redrew it on the same page. I did this one.
Nice.
And I did that one within the day, like maybe an hour.
Yeah, I find myself really slowly developing like a character. It'll take a very long time, and I'll have all these changes to it every time I draw it. And then it's like once I figure out the character design, I'll just whip it out really fast in one day.
Yeah.
Like 40 minutes or something.
Do you make once you finalize your stuff? Do you make like what do they call them, model sheets for them?
Yes,
What?
yes, I love
Dude.
model. I
I've
change my model sheets, but I like using them.
like the whole
Sketchy
turnaround and
says
everything.
bye.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've started doing that. I never used to do it before, but it does come in handy because there's definitely been times when I'm working on a comic where I'm like, I don't remember what this guy's stuff looks like. You know, there's so many little details.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then I hang them up on my wall and look at them like every day.
Yeah, I've got this robot in mind that it didn't pop up in the comic too much, so I was constantly having to go back and look at him again to see
And,
what.
speaking of turnarounds, you can get the Make Your Own Heroes book by Scott Serkland, and it's got the templates in there, the male and the female turnarounds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Scott's got some good
And
stuff.
you can find the link to his stuff in the description below.
Yeah, I used his comic maker stuff a lot, like for the word balloons and whatnot.
Yeah,
For mine.
I use it too. I use the Comic Maker Toolkit, and I got the Hero Design Studio, and I made a reference pose of Crimson Warrior, and also do one of Grey Canuck. So I use this stuff all the time. It really comes in handy. And Nate's fighting with Sketchy in the chats. Nate, calm down. He's only 11. That's Smart Studios. And Gabe said, that's in my head now. I don't know what he's referencing, though. Let me go back. Oh, the Texas fried Doom chicken. That's what, yeah. So I think that's what he was talking about. Neat. We got a lot of good comments. A lot of good chats. Okay. Now, what was I drawing?
What were you drawing?
Oh, there we go. Yeah. A oddly shaped Grey Canuck.
I'll step away for a second.
Sure.
Okay.
What are you, the police? Step back. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah. Speaking of using models and references, I took pictures of myself the other day to pose for Grey Canuck, which I have on my phone. I need to put them on the tablet since that's what I'm working on right now. So yeah, I use myself as a model, but trying to find different ways so just so it doesn't always look like me. Okay,
Well, we need
I
somebody
take over
to
the chats. I know. Jamie's taking off. Oh, okay. And Abe was talking about the jalapeno of a stick. Jalapeno on a stick.
Come on,
And,
Senor, what's his name? That ventriloquist?
yeah. Vulture. And there's a Jose jalapeno on a stick. On a stick. And it's been a while since I've seen Jeff done them. And I think I drew that jalapeno. Something Peter Palmieri was talking about. He was running a food truck. Or was it Peter Palmieri? Or someone was talking about a food truck with a jalapeno on it. So like I just drew it.
How inspiring.
Yeah.
I got this in the mail the other day. This is Jim Rugg's
nice.
comic that he
Nice.
just kickstarted. It's the world's first
Okay.
blacklight comic. Which I don't have a blacklight. I used to have one, and I want to get one just so I can see this like under a blacklight, like it'll glow. But it's
Cool.
completely done in all these fluorescent colors. It's really cool looking. But I definitely want to get a blacklight now.
Oh, and Lame Vision has a question. Is there anything that still gives you the most trouble, even with a reference?
Hands.
I knew you were. I knew
Hands.
something. Like, just
Okay.
wait. It's gonna be hands.
That's the most common artist problem that I hear. Hands.
Yeah.
That's actually one of my.
Hands, feet, and faces.
Yeah.
Yeah, heads from weird.
Sorry,
heads,
everything.
Yeah, heads from like weird angles.
Everything, basically.
Yeah. Yeah. Being able to do like 360 views and like poses on different angles, like that gives me problems too.
Yeah, trying to draw the body like in a bird's eye perspective or a worm's eye view is really hard because like you think you know how to draw a body until you start messing around with perspective and you're like, oh. It's real easy to mess up somebody's stuff, like proportions and everything.
Yeah, I really try to break it down into the most basic forms. Usually cube, in the case of drawing humans. And think about that in perspective. 2 point, 1 point,
Yeah.
1 point, multi-point, and whatever.
And Anna had mentioned, I think it was the last stream, right, of Marsh, that you draw a cube first and then just like go around it.
Yeah, very often.
And that's why I did that sketch of Anna, because I was doing that technique, doing the cubes and trying to get the form right.
Mm-hmm.
So
yeah, I switch back and forth. Like I'll usually start with like the center line, like with the spine, and then shoulders.
Yeah.
Hips
I
like that.
tend to do that. I'll do the gesture line, but sometimes I'll just draw out the head first.
Another thing I do is like they call it like drawing like a bean shape. Like if you're drawing something in a weird position, you just make like a bean. So that's like that could be somebody's body there. If they're crouched down or something, or leaning over. But,
yeah. The one that I start with, which is 2 cubes for the body, it's called the Robo Bean. There's the bean and the Robo Bean.
Oh, okay, nice.
I
think I've heard of that too.
Yeah, it was what my professor was talking about. But basically, just sketch it really fast right here. It's that. Where you have 2 cubes.
Okay, yeah, I've seen that.
As opposed to the little bean.
Yeah.
But then you
Which
can.
book that I have here. One of the shapes is a bean that he talks about.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he talks about the robo bean though. But he just mentioned the bean for like a more cartoony, stylized.
Oh yeah, for cartoony styles and for animation, the bean is often used. It was more of a figure drawing thing for realism that my professor was going into with the rubber bean.
Cool. Yeah, and here it is, the bean-shaped hero.
That could be a good comic. Robo Bean. Robo Bean.
Yeah.
Half bean, half machine.
But bionic bean. We have the technology. And Gibbs says the female form gives him trouble drawing.
So then you can just build on it and create a sort of thing.
Okay. You know what? I think I didn't know that's what it was called, but yeah, I've done that technique before. Like I think I just I found some references. So I doing the box shapes and the cube shapes.
And then I was taught,
I need to get back
I
to it.
totally agree with this advice. Start at the clavicle, and then everything else radiates from there. The sternomastoids,
Okay.
going out the clavicle, chromium process, all of the arm stuff, and then into the chest and everything. And that can actually help you with drawing the female form too. If you're studying the chest and you're starting at the clavicle and building down, trying to make sure that the proportions are right.
And this is the clavicle right here.
Yep.
And Sketchy Harsh is back. And his class is on. So Sketchy, get back to work. Go back to your studies. I feel like your dad. Get to work, son. Chihuahuas. Oh wow! I didn't realize the time. We are over an hour. we should tend to go an hour.
Drawing a female form over time.
Oh wow! Wow, that's fantastic. That's fantastic.
Focusing on building a.
I know. I thought you were gonna build that.
I'm working on it. It's been slow though because I keep having to flatten packing peanuts, and so it's like every packing peanut has to be flattened.
Oh, cool. And Sketchy is coming to get me in Texas, so.
Oh boy.
Like, I'm coming to Texas, Frank. All right.
But is Frank going to Texas?
Well, I live there. I don't know what part of Texas he's going. And Nate says he's had a hard time with perspective and backgrounds. And Name Vision Official says food trucks are yummy.
I love how everyone's on the same topic.
Yeah.
Sarcasm.
All right, so I mean, we did our hour. So I guess we'll sign off. We'll just go around saying where you can find our stuff. So,
I'll finish it.
This is my cool.
Eventually.
All right. Maybe for the next stream.
Maybe.
To be continued. So come back next week, guys. Oh, next week we might do it on Anna's channel. Well, if Anna is up for it.
Sure.
Try it. Don't forget about the bug eating subscriber thing.
Yeah, I don't know. As soon as Anna and Keith get to 100 and I get to just get me to 200, guys. And
I already have past experiences with bug eating that I can share too.
yeah, we'll save it for that video. All right, guys. So we're just gonna go get what Gabe says this. Roach coaches are good. So I guess cockroaches. All right, guys. So try to end the stream. My name is Frank. This is my channel. So if you're not subscribed, go ahead and subscribe. Give the video a like. You can find my info here on my link tree. Let me just get the. There it is on Linktree Salazar Art Nation. I got all my stuff on there, and right now I'm working on Gray Canuck. That's what I'm working on, and you can also find me on Instagram at Salazar Art Nation. And Anna, where can we find you?
On YouTube at Anna Raub and on Instagram at Anna Raub Art. Just like my name, or I guess it's art.
And Rob Arts on Instagram, and subscribe to Anna, get her to 100 subs. And Keith, where can we find you?
I've got my comic, The Davy Rocket Almanac, over on Webtoons. I also have a web page, DavyRocketAlmanac.com. I just finished it up. It's 24 pages. The whole thing's on Webtoons, and I'm looking into printing options at the moment. So hopefully I can have it out in physical form soon. And I also have a YouTube channel, just Keith Harper, and you can find me there.
All right.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks a lot.
All right. Bye, guys. And we shall